Hello, Michigan Homesteader here, and today we had a special visit from a fellow YouTuber. His name is Eric, and he's got a YouTube channel called the Little Whitehouse. And I'm going to show you a little clip of his introduction here, and then we're gonna do a little interview with him, and you get to learn about this YouTube channel called the Little Whitehouse.
Hey everybody, this is Eric for the Little Whitehouse. We got blossoms on the trees. We got even blossoms in my garden. Not the kind that I really want all the time, but we got some of that in our garden.
Homesteader here with Eric White from the Little Whitehouse. Eric, you want to tell everybody what you're doing up here today?
Well, I just came to visit Dan. It was, I don't know, about 8 months ago or something like that. I came up here to visit my in-laws, and we ran into each other at church. And at first I didn't know that he had a YouTube channel, because most of the time he doesn't even, advertise. But then he talked to me, or he was mentioning something, I think, about actually being able to witness on YouTube, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And so then that caught my attention, and I was like, wow, it's really cool to meet a YouTuber. But at that point in time, my wife was in the process of being pregnant and having a baby. And
how did that happen?
In the normal way, the usual way. Anyway, so what we did was we kept in touch, and this weekend we were coming up here, and I said, Dan, we got to get together and do some videos together, because, what's being YouTube friends without getting together and doing a video,
So, anyway, can you tell me a little bit about your channel and what you do there?
Sure. Mostly we do just about everything around the house. Some building projects, some candle making with Jessica. And mostly the Back to Eden garden videos, and
which is something I'm very interested in, is the Back to Eden garden method. That's one thing that drew me to your channel was the Back to Eden, because I'd like to try that, but as much as I've watched videos about it, I don't fully understand exactly how it works, and I'm still learning day to day, and I just don't feel confident enough yet to try it myself.
Well, it's easy. You take and repurpose everything around here. It's basically taking trees, organic material.
Oh, who do we got here?
Leaves.
We got to get Seth in the video.
Car.
He's one of Eric's favorite videos of mine is Seth vacuuming the floor.
Police car.
Yeah. Police car. Yeah.
He's so cute.
Anyway, yeah, where was I? Oh, you take stuff and you recycle it and repurpose it, and basically Back to Eden is taking wood chips and repurposing them. Instead of setting them in a pile, you use them to help maintain weeds. You use it to help keep the water and it, the wood chips, I don't know, they absorb water and then they release it slowly into your garden.
And it kind of makes a barrier for the weeds?
It does make a barrier somewhat. I'm not going to tell you that if you just leave your garden and don't ever weed, that you're not going to have weeds, because last year when my wife was pregnant, I didn't spend hardly any time in the garden, and I got a ton of weeds right now, and so that's like my side project.
So what you're saying is I could take from the trees that I've downed, I've got a lot of brush piles, I could take and run that through a chipper and use it for my garden, or is it smarter to use stuff that's older or seasoned, or is there a method to that?
Well, in the movie Back to Eden, it talks about the wood chips being 80 to 90% needles and leaves. So you do want some of the big wood chips, because they do, like I said, help keep in the moisture, and they're a barrier against the weeds. But your organic material can be
leaves and pine needles,
twigs, pine needles, dried up weeds. I've used
compost.
I've used all kinds of compost. I've made compost. I have a little chipper in my shed, and I have run such things as sunflower stalks, corn stalks.
I got a lot of that stuff in my garden right now, so I could run that all through a chipper and put it back into the garden.
Absolutely.
Well, that's awesome.
The other thing that I really like to do when I get an idea is connect some of that stuff, because everything in nature was made by God.
Amen.
And He gives lessons through nature. And so when a lesson comes to my mind, I like to try to share that on my channel.
Another thing I like about your channel is that there's something for everyone. My wife enjoys watching the little things that your wife does, like the candle making videos, and everybody loves to see Seth. And a lot of times, like last winter, you'd have these days where you just got on camera and talked about things that you were feeling while when Abigail was being born and things like that. And I just thought that was really neat how you share your testimony and how you live your faith, and you don't keep your light hid.
Well, I appreciate that, but any goodness is from the Lord. But
it's an encouragement to me, at least. I'm sure it's encouragement to others too.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's what those videos were meant to be, is an encouragement. Because I know there's a lot of people out there, whether you're a Christian or not, that are going through tough times.
Amen.
And when you go through those tough times, you need to have some encouragement that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train.
Amen.
Anyway, that's pretty much what the Little Whitehouse is about, and I was really happy to be able to come out here and spend some time with you and just see what all you got going on here.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming out here, and I was so excited. I met you at church, and I remember I remember I mentioned something during our Bible study about YouTube, and I saw your eyes get big as saucers, and then later on, after we were done with our Bible study, you came up and mentioned that you had a YouTube channel. So of course I had to subscribe, and I've really enjoyed your videos, and I enjoy what you do. I appreciate the encouragement, and I know I don't have very many viewers, but the ones that I do have, I would recommend that you go and visit the Little Whitehouse, and the White House is one word, the Little Whitehouse, one word, and you'll find his channel. And God bless you, and thank you for coming and visiting us.
No, thank you for having me. God bless you too.